Everything you see here is strictly informational. Forex is a high-risk business. Please do not place trades with more money than what you don't have. Please do not trade other people's money. Do not borrow any money than what you cannot trade with. And please take everything that I say as a personal opinion. I am not considered a financial advisor. I'm not considered a broker. I am just one here simply recording my journey along learning the markets. Welcome to Bodies and Wicks. What a day it has been. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And it has been a frustrating morning for sure. Just because of the indicators that, for one, trading crypto right now, right? So Ethereum and Ripple, both of those seem to be on basically the end of the road for the turnaround, right? They seem to have lost a lot of money, dropped quite a bit overnight, and seems to be at the turnaround point, or at least it's at the turnaround point. I'm hoping it's not just a pullback before another big drop. But reading on some stuff, I really don't think it is. Make sure I'm on the right setting here on my mic. I'm going to change the setting. So I think this setting cuts out the background noise. So if the audio just got a little bit weirder, sorry about that. So, anyway, what's been going on is, here, I'll just go right to the charts as soon as I can get them set up. Sorry, I should have had this done beforehand, but you know me, I like to wait till the last minute to do stuff, and it is not showing up at all. This is fun. There we go. Okay, we do have it going now. So, let's just go ahead and get to the chart, shall we? Alright, so the one we're looking at here is Ethereum. Now, this is one I jumped in a little bit early. I think I jumped in up here, right? Whenever it made this big long wick here, and I was like, oh, this is definitely, I'm going to have to turn that off, that's for sure. Anyways, here, I'll just turn the volume down. Sorry, guys. All right. So, anyways, what I've been looking at is this, right? So, Ethereum made this. I was doing this thing last night. I just blew it out today to where Ethereum was doing this accumulation thing, right? And then all of a sudden it would make this huge distribution, and then it would do the same thing, right? Do the accumulation. It came down, and there is a candle that it mitigated here. So if we come in and we look closely, this actually looks better on the 2 hour, I believe. And I have to redo this all over again. And these things are going to be out of place, of course. I am watching my MT4 closely to make sure that this is not some kind of, oh, great. And it just did that, exactly what I did not want it to do. And I can never get it back from this once it does this. So we're just gonna have to close that. I can never just get Ethereum just to come up. What in the world just happened? There we go. Okay. So, of course, we are back on the 5-minute chart, and I wanted to be on the 2-hour chart. There we go. Okay, so, if you look there, if this last down candle here, right, you see whenever it came down, it mitigated that last down candle, right? So I got rid of those positions that the they were holding, right? So the institutions they were holding, so also gave them better position to make money as they're buying along the way. And when it got up here, this is when it got interesting. When it got to the top, I actually bought thinking it was going to do it again. Left myself a small stop loss. Missed the stop loss, and then I saw the 200 MA come in. Well, this is the 2 hour. If we check out the 4 hour, I thought that I thought it would be some kind of resistance, but I didn't think it would be the resistance that it was, right? So things started falling, and I just I put a buy in again. It got to a low point. If we go back to the 15 minutes here, we'll find out. Let's just go to the 5-minute. Sorry, I have had a frustrating day, that's for sure. So once it got up here, I think I put a buy in somewhere around here, where I put like where it says this new resistance, this yellow line. I put a buy in right here, and it got up, and I was thinking, okay, cool. And so I went to bed, and next thing I know, it went backwards, and it took me out. And I woke up this morning and saw that it had dropped quite a bit. And first I saw this, and I was like, oh, this is also a mitigation candle. Because in the 4 hour, it did mitigate a candle that was the last down candle here. So I thought that was also a mitigation candle, so I didn't think it would go any further. Next thing I know, it drops again. So I am like, great. So I start reading up on some things and saying that 355 would probably be around the area that it would be at resistance. And that was actually the area that I had marked off for the mitigation, the very first mitigation. So, that being said, that is where I had thought it was probably going to be at its lowest. So I entered just above that. I was going to give the 355 my stop loss. But instead, what I did is I just let my stop loss go. I just said, you know what, it's eventually got to turn around. It has to turn around. If you look at the MACD down here, you can see it was just all the way to the very bottom. I thought there's got to be no way it's going to get any lower than this. There's got to be a turnaround point. So it looks like it has started to shift in the upward direction. Finally, and also if you look at the RSI, that is another thing I was looking at. RSI was showing basically, it had bottomed out twice, right? And then at this point it hadn't got to here, but it showed that it was here, and I thought, it was going to continue going forward, and it was going up at this point, and that's when it was right around here, whenever I was like, oh cool, we're doing fine, we're gonna do great. And then all of a sudden it just bottomed out again. It took me out from that position, so now I am in another position. So and this is Ethereum, so I've already lost one position on I lost one position last night on Ethereum. Lost at one again this morning. I am in my third, and I'm hoping that this is not just a pullback that is going to pull us down. I'm hoping that this is actually hitting this support level, and that we're actually going to see some movement forward. Now, it may take some time to move forward, but it looks like we are going to end up moving forward. Now, the same thing happened with Ripple. Right, so same thing happened with Ripple. It came down. I saw that it hit this about the exact same time I saw Ethereum. Let's just get rid of this one. When I saw Ethereum hit here, was also about the same time Ripple hit here. Right, so I decided to go ahead and enter Ripple. Got up, I made a quick scalp, and I was like, you know what, it's probably going to come down. I'll do it again. This time it came down and it took me out, of course. But the thing is that this is also a mitigation candle. This spike, right? So if we go back, and it looks like it mitigated it a couple times. So there's a mitigation candle here, mitigation candle here, and it was one of these candles here, right? That was the last bear candle down before moving upwards. But the thing is that it mitigated it so many times that, I guess maybe there was either holding positions, or this position was still being held, or this position was still being held. Something of that nature as to why we needed to mitigate it again, or maybe it just wasn't mitigation. I don't know. That's what I thought it was. But then when this came back down through with a vengeance, and it took it down, and again I just let it go without it. I entered just because I knew eventually it was going to turn around and go our way. If we come around in here and we also throw in the MACD, right, same thing. It was completely on the downside, and the momentum, there was no more momentum that could be going downward. It had to turn around, it had to shift somehow. As you can see, the signal lines both were crossing, but then you saw this huge momentum, and then you saw this small momentum, and now we're finally seeing this up momentum here. And then the same with the RSI. It double bottomed out, right? Oversold again, and then it was coming up, and that's when I was like, all right, cool, we're doing good. And then again, just bottomed out. So right now I am in the positive. Yes, these are my actual trades that I am in, the numbers that I have, and yes, these are my targets. I'm looking to go very long with these, and I'm going to hold these for the long run. I don't have a lot of lot sizes in them, but enough to where, as long as it continues, it'll get me out of the little bit that I lost, because I didn't lose that much. Again, I was only doing little lot sizes whenever I was doing that. So that is what I have now. So for this, we're trying to hold the 2.4 level, right? The 0.24 level is what we're trying to hold as far as Ripple is concerned. As long as we can stay above the 2.4 level, I think we're going to be okay as far as the bears are, or as far as the bulls are concerned. We're going to be doing okay. As long as we can hold above this, then we can continue moving upwards. If we get below this 2.4 level, I think that's where we might see the momentum shift one more time, and we could see it possibly get back down to the 2.315 level, somewhere around there. So that's why I'm watching very closely. I'm watching closely to make sure that this isn't a pullback. That's why I keep looking down. I'm looking at my phone at my MT4. Because I am in the blue on both of these, on the XRP and the Ethereum. Another one that I'm in is Zcash. Unfortunately, I'm still in the negative on Zcash. only because I had entered up here. And the reason I had entered up here is because, again, it looked like it was going to go upwards. If you want me to go ahead and put in my position, I will, because I know I entered somewhere around here. And let's just go ahead and enter this position. Alright, so it was 63.33. Profit level, I think I just have 65 or 66. I'm not looking to go too much, but I am trying to get a little bit higher than normal. Right now my stop loss is at 61.07. Again, I don't have too much. Well, it actually, I didn't have a stop loss at first, and after it went through my stop loss, I decided, you know what, I'm probably going to put it somewhere around there, because I don't want to lose too much more money than what I already have. But it is coming back. The only thing is that I do have a trend line going here. And this trend line comes from this line to this line, right? So this line to this line is where this trend line is coming from. So unfortunately, it is on the back side of this trend line, which I am hoping is not a bad thing, because what I'm thinking is what could happen is that this could come up, and it looks like that's what it's been trying to do, is come up, hit this trend line, and go backwards. But I'm hoping that the strength with all of the coins right now, you know, they're all kind of trying to pull through. It seems like they're all at a turning point, and hopefully Zcash will also go through. Ones I haven't looked at really too much is Dash. I know Dash kind of took a pretty big fall last night, just the same as everything else. But it also seems to be doing the same. It looks like it's going to be, let me look at this on a 4-hour level to see what it has been. Oh yeah, I don't know, I believe I've deleted this so many times and it just keeps coming back. And these I just played with. I don't even know what these are in recording anymore. So, this is what we had going last week, right? All this was last week. Or the week before, I should say. Oh, come on now, give me some room here, guys. Come on. So Dash was moving steadily up, or at least accumulating. And whenever I see accumulation happen, whatever that tells me is that there is money to be had. Because people are definitely getting positions. They're either betting it's going to go high or it's going to go low. And then, of course, something like this happens. This is basically what is the concept behind smart money, right? So, since you have equal highs going across the board, right through here, people basically have their sell limits, you know, set right across this line right here. Go ahead and just make a line. That red line right there, that would probably be like a sell limit for somebody, right? And let's get in a little bit closer to the 15-minute. Right, so this is what I would be thinking what would be happening for Dash. So it comes in here and has this accumulation period. Right, everybody has their sell limits, everybody has their buy limits, sell limits, buy limits. It keeps going through, and then eventually everybody keeps putting in their orders, and then all of a sudden whoever has all the money decides to take out everybody, right? So they can just come in and say, you know what, I just want to take everybody's money, and so they do. And so they just press a button and they take off, and they take anybody who ever had their sell limit and their stop loss, because once they take that, they lose their money. It goes into whoever is putting in these buys' hands, right? So there's got to be a seller to be a buyer, right? So there's got to be people selling along this way, but the buyers just overtook them. Now, at that point, they probably made enough money to where they said, all right, I'm just going to go ahead and sell and get these people that are down here as well, because you also have, sorry, I didn't mean to do that, but to grab this, you also have money sitting down here, right? You also have money sitting down here. So now all these people that have these buy limits set down here, it comes down here, hits all these buy limits, and then it just goes through them and takes all their stop losses as well, right? Also, people through here could have had the sell stops or buy stops, I mean. So once they got to a certain point right here, they thought it was going to be a buy stop, and they thought it was going to keep going. Unfortunately, it goes backwards, and then that takes out all their stop losses, right? And so the same thing could be happening right now with Dash. It went through all of these that had their buy limits. It took out all their stop losses, and now anybody that had a buy stop going down, that had a stop loss set up here, it's probably going to end up going back this way to just take out all of those. I'm going to go ahead and check out Ethereum, and actually let me check out Ripple again. Ripple is on the cusp, of my entry line. So just trying to make sure that the momentum is actually changing, and that it's not going to actually try to do another pull down. It does feel like the momentum is changing, even though I just did get in the negative again in Ripple. I'm still in the positive in Ethereum, but not as much as what I had been. I feel like I could scalp and just wait and make sure that this is actually what is happening, and that we're not going to see something horrendous take place. But yeah, and Ripple's going back and forth right in between positive and negative. Ethereum is staying positive, and it's going up, and then it's going down. So let me go ahead and check out Ethereum again. Yeah, you can tell it's it's a little bit further above. Let me see here what the price says, 358. So this one says it's right on my. Let me make sure this is right, because I don't think it is. It is not. So my price for this is actually 356. 10. Right. Profit level. Well, for Ethereum, I'm going for 400. And my stop level, I think I do not have a stop level set for Ethereum right now. So, I think the last one I had was 353. I think that's pretty safe. So this is what is happening with Ethereum. Again, I'm just hoping this isn't a pullback, and then to go down straight through and take me out again. So again, I'm watching these very closely, and just I show you guys what's going on with Ethereum, and see what we're trying to hold. Again, with Ethereum, the 355 level is what we're trying to hold, and with Ripple, we are trying to hold the 2-4 level. So those are the two levels that are going to be important. Keep a watch out for those two levels. Zcash, I'm not exactly for sure what level we're trying to hold right now. I was thinking at least the 62 level that we got to stay above. I think that's where this where it seems like where we have the most that's where I put this box through, because it seems like that's where either we're getting rejected, or the the areas are coming through. Then they're coming in through the 62 area, they're coming back out, and they're coming back up over the 62 area, and now they're coming back down. So, and now it's coming back up. And again, I'm hoping it's not just rejecting off of this line right here, but I would like to see Zcash stay above the 62 area. With Dash, I am not 100% sure what we want to see, but I do want to see it get back up above this 76. That's for sure. Right now we're at 74.20, but I do want to see Dash get above 76. I think if we get Dash above 76, we could see some better movement going into the future. But if not, we could see more of a pullback on Dash. But with the altcoins, I do think we are going to see a little. I think this may have been the week that the altcoins decided to go down, because they were kind of acting as Bitcoin as well. Because as you can see, Bitcoin, it kind of had I wouldn't say a huge fall last night, but it had a pretty decent fall. Bitcoin went from 10,500 to about 10,225. And it was kind of getting below that as well. It got back below the 10,000 level, which is very rare, considering we've been above the 10,000 level. We haven't really seen it get below that in quite some time. But if we look at it in the 4 hour, you can see this is back in March whenever Corona happened. What I thought was going to happen was going to be like an inverse head and shoulders, right? So right around here, around the 6,500, 7,000 level, and it got down, and then it came back up. And then whenever I saw it come back up here, I was thinking this is going to be a neckline. I honestly thought this was going to drop back down to like the 6,500, somewhere around here. That would be, the upside down head and shoulders, and then we would buy it from here. But instead, it just kind of hung around this 9,000 area for a while. Finally, we got above the 10,000, and when we got above the 10,000, it seems like we really got above it. Got to almost 13,000, and now we just had this massive drop again, back down below 10,000. But we're finally back up above it again. And I'm not for sure exactly what is going on with the altcoins, but it's a very, very different world. It's a world that I'm just now getting into, and I'm trying to analyze it as best as possible. Before I was Forex and indices and things like that, which I will probably be putting up videos for those as well. But again, Ethereum and Ripple are the two that I am definitely interested in, and those are the two that I am in right now. And just making sure that they are not a pullback, and that they are something that hopefully we can get a turnaround, and we can see something positive come out of this. Okay, so that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of that. Again, 355 for Ethereum, and the 0.2 level, 0.24 level for Ripple. So remember those levels. Those should be important moving forward, right? If you like my stuff and you want to go ahead and subscribe, there is a subscribe button. That's awesome. You help me out. Like my video, share my video, tell your people about me. If you want to. I know I'm not that great of the entertainers. I'm no Bob Saget up here, or I'm no Bill Clinton either. Thank God, I guess I'm not Bill Clinton. But hopefully I do give some insight to what you guys are doing, and maybe giving a different aspect to what you guys are seeing. So If you want some more information, I'll drop my information in the description. You can contact me on Telegram or TradingView. I have talked to people on TradingView before. We've got together and formed ideas and things like that. I collaborate with a lot of different people, so if you want to contact me, please do. Otherwise, you can enjoy my next video that I should be putting up soon. Probably going to be on indices. Let's see what's going on with the equities market, as far as S&P is concerned, NASDAQ, those kind of things. If you're interested in that, hang around. I'll be having a video coming up shortly probably about that. Alright guys, thanks for stopping by, and please always wear your pants. Alright.